Wij gaan maar eens op bezoek bij onze nieuwe vriend Weiland.
Ja.
Wat voor persoon is het? Ah, ik zie al wat voor persoon het is.
Good selection. I'm partial to cacti myself.
Eerst
If
even
it wasn't for
rondkijken.
the atrocious backdrop, those could have actually provided some cozy ambiance.
Weiland is ook of niet thuis of niet
Not a big
op
fan
haar
of the
plek.
flower, but roasted seeds? Yum. Oh god, that thing is hideous.
Dan heb ik alles al aangeklikt wat er is. Dan maar naar de deur.
Oh, my lord.
What? Did I step in something nasty on my way here?
Have you attended to your root chakra lately?
I can't say I've been keeping tabs on that one.
Oh, you're such a treasure. Oh, how do I put this? Your root chakra is dog shit. It's a
Okay.
really crappy chakra. If I was a doctor and we were talking about your knee or shoulder, I would suggest just cutting it off. Just cut it right off. It's that bad.
Tell me how you really feel.
Oh, I'm fine. Thanks for asking. My chakras are in balance, from my toes all the way to the top of my noggin.
That's just peachy. Look, Eileen told you I was coming, right?
Oh, you're her! Oh, that's marvelous! Oh, wow. Okay.
What the heck is going on?
I'm sorry, but I can't have such blatant discord in my home. Take this pendant, love. I need a
Pendant.
single photograph of you wearing it. Lotus position. Find a place in nature touched by fire,
Okay.
earth, and wind.
I have no idea what you just said.
That's funny. See you later.
Oké.
What a weirdo. If I want her help, I guess I need to find a spot to take that photo. Fire, earth, wind.
Nou, dan gaan we weer.
Dat lijkt me goed.
A place touched by fire, earth and wind.
Ik snap nu wel dat ze Meadow heet.
Ja.
Past wel, zeg maar.
Oké, ja. En dan? Constance Hill, Verdant Street of
Ik wil
de
gewoon een
kerk?
rijtje afgaan.
Oké.
Ik ben het meest benieuwd naar de kerk. Maar
Dan gaan we daarheen. We moeten toch overal heen.
Ja, dat is waar.
En we moeten dus ergens een plek vinden touched by fire, earth and wind. We gaan het meemaken.
Rows and rows of buried folks. Makes me think of Grandma. I'm glad I got a chance to reconnect with her a few years ago. Not a fan of mausoleums. Some bad shit went down last time I hung out in one of those.
Dat klopt, ja. Even een bordje lezen.
The King of Kings Catholic Church, established 1904.
Ik kan naar de stad
This
kijken.
place is smack dab in the middle of the city, huh?
Ja.
Not sure what that building is, but it looks related to the church.
Lijkt op de pastorie.
Looks like someone is having engine trouble.
Hij is ook een priester.
Hey there, how's it going?
No time to chat, young
Een
lady.
dominee
I
is het
gotta get
trouwens.
this old bird up and running. You'll have to come back later.
Engine trouble? Can I help?
Maybe so. As long as you aren't a complete dimwit. See that toolbox?
Yeah, what about it?
It's real simple. I'll ask you for tools. You hand them over,
Okay.
one by one.
No problem. Sounds easy enough.
Good. Just don't hand me the wrong thing. That would be an
Gaat sowieso
abject
mis, denk ik.
disaster.
I think I can handle it. I happen to know a thing or two about engines.
That's so. There should be smooth sailing then. Let me know when you're ready.
All right, I'm ready. What do you
Lekker
need?
hoor.
Hand over the medium-sized wrench, will ya? Not the rusty one.
Medium-sized wrench. Deze, maar deze is roestig. Er staat
Ja.
12 op. Dan heb ik hier 11.
Mhm.
Dat lijkt me medium-sized dan, toch?
Ja, dat lijkt me wel. Ja.
Of
Die
13.
andere liggen er niet. Ja. Ja. 8. Dat is 12. Ja.
Ja, dan gaan we voor 11. Ik kan vragen, ik kan geven. Ja, hier.
All right. Now something to cut a wire and check the
Hij praat als een
voltage.
boomer.
Something to
Een
cut a
knip van
wire.
die rechtsbovenin. Murphy de gereedschappenloop.
Oké. En check the voltage. Dat is een meter,
Ja.
toch?
Ja.
Oké.
Ja.
Is er geen striptang? Generic pliers. Is dit niet cutting pliers?
Oh
to
ja.
cut a wire?
Ja. Die had ik niet gezien. Ja, Murphy niet de gereedschappenloog.
Okay, that part is handled. Give me the regular pliers and then the big Phillips screwdriver.
Regular pliers.
Moeilijk.
Big Phillips screwdriver. Big flat screwdriver. Big Phillips screwdriver. Ja.
Now I need the key set, the mini wrench, and the other big screwdriver, not the one you gave me before.
Oké. De key set. The other big screwdriver. En? En? Wat zei die?
Dat weet ik niet meer.
Can you repeat that?
Now I need the key set, the
Mini wrench.
and
Mini
the other
wrench.
big screwdriver, not the one you gave me before.
Mini wrench. 6 is de kleinste. Die is
Ja,
8.
dat lijkt me dan de kleinste, toch?
Tenzij het een 9 is, omdat het ding aan de kopse kant... Ja, dat is een 9. Want die kop zit aan de andere kant.
Oh ja.
En alle nummers
Dus dan
staan
is het-
omhoog met de kop. Dus dan zou het deze moeten
Dus dan
zijn.
is het 8.
Ja.
Ja. Slim, hè?
All right, good. We're done with that phase. Let's see here. Hand over the rusty wrench. Something to bash with. And the small flat screwdriver, will you?
The rusty wrench, something to bash with, and a small flat screwdriver.
Kijk hoor.
I got a 6-inch bolt here. A real oily little thing.
Een flap.
First, I need something to clean it with, and then a tool to grip it properly.
Something to clean it with.
Ja, ik denk dat ding daaronder, toch?
Deze. Ja.
Ja. Ja.
Oké.
Hand me the other type of screwdriver. Same size as the last one you gave me. Also, I need a wrench 2 sizes smaller than the last fixed size wrench.
Oké. The last fixed size wrench was die 12.
Ja.
2 sizes smaller is dan 10.
Ja.
En wat had hij nog meer nodig?
Let's have the other screwdriver.
The other
Same
screwdriver.
size. And drop a couple of
Die
inches from the
groene?
last fixed
Dat denk
size
ik,
wrench
ja.
you gave me.
Ja.
Can you repeat?
Let's have the other screwdriver.
Ja.
Same size. And drop...
Deze twee dan denk ik.
I think that did it.
Ah, lekker
Get
hoor.
the
In één keer
ignition,
goed.
lass.
Okay, hang on.
Respect.
We hadden techneuten hè, hier
Praise
rijden
the
met z'n tweeën.
Lord.
I prefer to go by Kathy. but
Achievement
thanks.
unlocked. Apparently
I
not a
didn't
complete
quite catch
dimwit.
that, young lady.
Oh,
Nou,
never mind.
lekker hoor.
Now I think I've deserved a little chat. You're Reverend Winters, right?
Indeed. Hugh Winters at your service. And who might you be?
The name is Rain, Kathy Rain. I'm a private investigator.
Oh, I see. Another one. Very well, ask your questions then.
Another one. Nou, daar gaan we.
So, the reason I really came here was to ask about the Soothsayer.
Very well, go ahead.
Were you the one who found the murder victim?
His name was Ben. Remember that? And yes, I was. It was in the rectory, right here behind us.
Do you mind if I have a look inside?
Yes, I mind. It's my home. But the police already ransacked the place, and we had the whole room refurbished for the reconsecration.
I understand. Can you walk me through what happened that night, then?
Well, I came back late, after traveling. The front door was unlocked, which is unusual, but not overly alarming. I entered and kept quiet in case Ben was asleep, but it didn't take long for me to notice that his bedroom door was wide open. That's when my eye caught the shadow of his hanging body. I ran up to the doorway.
Hanging?
I saw him on full display, and, well, I froze from shock. It was immediately clear that there was nothing I could do. He wasn't moving. He wasn't making a sound, and his face was blue. The world didn't make sense until I got my bearings. Took a small step and heard the cracks of broken glass under my shoe. I saw the mirror shards, and I realized that he didn't do that to himself. Someone must have done it to him. I carefully backed out of the room, called the emergency services, and they arrived shortly thereafter.
Did you notice any other relevant details in the room?
No, like I said, I was in shock. My friend was dead, murdered. I needed to get the authorities there, and I had to go pray.
Understandable. Who do you think did this to Ben?
I don't know. But he had plans to meet someone that night. A lost soul, he said.
A lost soul.
I never inquired in detail, saw no need to ask more. Now I obviously wish I had.
Wel een goede snor.
Did Ben keep records of his meetings?
He did, but none were found. So I can only assume that the killer disposed of them.
Sounds likely. Was there anyone that he was seeing like this regularly?
I'm sure. I wouldn't know any specifics. I haven't been involved in that work lately.
I see. Thanks.
Huh.
What do you know about Deborah Sinclair?
Except for Ben, I don't know much about any of these murder victims.
Kunnen we dat van afstrepen?
If you don't mind me asking, what was Ben like as a person?
I'm glad you asked, because these days most people know him as Ben, the murder victim. Isn't it a tragedy how a man's life's work can be so utterly overshadowed by his final moments?
Tragic indeed. Perhaps you can help me get a more nuanced view?
I'll try. Ben was a good man, a good Christian, and he always managed to stay optimistic despite leading quite a difficult life.
Difficult how?
I shouldn't say. He wouldn't want me to share all
Ja,
of
ze
his
was aan de
secrets.
drugs.
But trust me, he carried great pain.
Fair enough. Did he have any immediate family?
No, and he never married. He had distant relatives out of state, but as far as I know, they were estranged.
Goed verhaal.
Okay. Next of kin?
Never came into play. He had a written will and left everything to charity.
Got it. Thanks.
Op zich wel vreemd.
What do you know about
Yeah.
scrying mirrors?
Well, they're pagan instruments used for millennia. It would seem to me they have some ritualistic purpose for the Soothsayer.
What makes you say that? Couldn't they just be a signature or a decoy even?
No, I was there. That room, it was a place of sacrifice.
Ah,
The view of my departed friend was a monstrous display. I shall never forget it.
Care to tell me about your church?
Well, the King of Kings is a Catholic church with roots nearly as old as the city itself. These days,
maar wel
we're a
bijzonder
fairly
dat hij
small
in een katholieke
congregation,
kerk werkte, dat hij een
around
dominee is.
200 active parishioners.
Klopt.
I see. So, how long have you been a priest
Komen er nu
here?
feitjes?
Coming up
Yeah.
on 30 years now.
Oh, wow, that's a long time.
I suppose so, yes. But I've been nothing but content here until the murder. That is, things will never be the same.
Yeah, I can imagine. Do you know the Azure Sky Motel?
Never heard of it.
Have you ever heard of a drug called pyre?
I haven't, no. Why would you ask that?
Drug tests have shown that the Soothsayer victims had pyre in their bloodstream when they were killed.
That's preposterous. Ben wouldn't go near anything like that. He didn't even drink coffee.
Covertly drugged then, maybe? Or coerced?
Something along those lines. The Ben I knew would never voluntarily abuse narcotics.
Do you know who Hannah Verdew is?
I don't know.
Do you know the Club of Hearts?
It may come as a shock to you, but I'm not the clubbing type.
Nou, kun jij nog mij wat vertellen over de quiz?
show that to him.
Nee.
I don't want to show that to him.
Nee. Oké, dan
I don't want to show that.
hebben we voor hem niet meer te vragen, denk ik.
Forgive my
Maar we
ignorance,
mogen dus niet naar
but
binnen.
What is a rectory exactly?
Ja.
A rectory houses the living quarters for
Ja,
the
precies, de
serving
pastorie.
pastor. Me, that is.
Ja.
And it also contains office space and guest rooms for other important members of the congregation.
I don't want to ask him about that.
Oké.
Waarom niet?
Care to tell me about your church?
Well, the King of Kings
Dat
is
heeft hij al
I see.
gezegd.
come here.
Oh, yeah. I don't want to ask. I don't want to ask. I'm glad we managed to resuscitate your old bird. Even though I rarely tinker with anything that has more than 2 wheels.
Biker, born and bred, are you? I used to drive a Zenkai in my younger days.
Oh, no shit. That's neat. I don't want to ask. I don't want to. You've got quite a nice plot here in the middle of the city.
I suppose so, yes. It wasn't that special when the church was founded, but the city grew quite quickly around it when the mining in this area took off.
Nou, dan denk ik dat we wel uitgepraat zijn.
All right, that's all.
Yeah.
I'll let you get back to
Kijken
the
of we nog
repairs.
naar binnen kunnen.
Very well.
De
Take
rectory in
care,
elk
young
geval
lady.
niet, maar misschien wel de kerk.
All right, looks like that's all I'll be able to learn about
Oh,
the deacon
nee,
here
dus-
today.
Nee, dit is het. Ik krijg alleen
Let's
een
not get any
gesprek.
crazy ideas.
Ja, nou dan zijn we hier klaar in de kerk. Lijkt het. Even in ons notebook
Lijkt
kijken. Realign my fucking chakras. Oké. Deal with Randy's stupid quiz.
Ja, ja.
Ja, dan zijn we hiervoor nu dus klaar. Dan stel ik voor dat we in de volgende video weer verder gaan kijken. Naar de
Lijkt me goed.
volgende locatie. Dus graag
Ja.
tot dan.
Doei.
Joejoe.